compare the two runs. The run here by Coleman, and this one taking place in the Miami-Washington Super Bowl in 1983. Super Bowl 17. The Dolphin getting loose down the left sideline. A game played at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. He is now joined by Andre Coleman in the record book. 15 minutes remaining in the game. And here is one of the marks he'll attempt to eclipse. Joe Montana in the game in George Seifert's rookie year as a head coach in the Superdome against Denver. Biggest rout in Super Bowl history. There was one of the touchdown tosses to John Taylor as the 49ers won. Harper, the corners, Harrington and Richard to the safeties. From the 44, they fake it to Floyd. Young to the air, Young to Jerry Rice. Touchdown San Francisco.
Well, that's quite a statement their defense made.
The lightning bolts were just hit by one.
Jerry Rice, his 5th Super Bowl touchdown, splitting defensive safety men. And they were almost like they were paralyzed there, almost like they were looking for an autograph as he went by.
Well, the first pass to John Taylor was just a 3-step drop, a quick release. This time Young goes back a little farther, and you can see Richard in the trailing position in the middle, and 29 Carrington, both safeties for the San Diego Chargers. It's their responsibility to handle the middle of the football field. And Frank, I have dumbfounded as to what they're doing.
Good move to the outside on Carrington. He obviously expected help from the inside. From Richard, he didn't get it. 6 points, and this is the worst thing that could have happened to the Chargers.
Doug Ryan, the rookie for the point after. The game is a minute 24 seconds old. Jerry Rice has become the first man in history to score 5 touchdowns in Super Bowls. 7-0 San Francisco.
Almost not fair.
No, it isn't. He averages 5.1 yards per rush. The league average is 3.7. First down at the 49-yard line. Young this time gives it, or fakes it to Floyd, and throws for Waters, who breaks a couple of tackles, and there goes Ricky for a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, it was tough enough with John Taylor, Jerry Rice, and Brent Jones. But Ricky Waters has worked himself into the passing offense of the 49ers big time. The leading yardage gainer for backs and receiving this past season, and Bill Arnsparger just wondering what is happening out there. Ricky Waters wide open, no protection, no pass rush on Steve Young. He took a good blow there.
You can't miss tackles against the 49ers. You just can't do it. Stanley Richard got a shot on Ricky Waters. You just can't miss tackles downfield. You can't blow coverages. Not against a football team this good. And I'm in favor of rewinding back to the national anthem and starting over.
Doug Ryan for the point after. Well, we saw the fastest touchdown in the history of the Super Bowl. And now the 2 quickest touchdowns. This one, 51 yards. We played 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and it's 14-0.
And the Chargers are doing their best to remain nameless and faceless.
First down, 13:15 remaining in the first half. 14-7, 49ers. First and goal from the 5. Young to Floyd. Touchdown.
Bar none.
That's what they call him. He says, I'm the best fullback in the league, bar none.
Why is it that the 49ers get 3 rookie starters on their football team, and all 3 of them look like experienced veterans? William Floyd, Lee Woodall, and Bryant Young.
That's Floyd is from Florida State. You got Woodall from Westchester State. I didn't talk about him, but Bryant Young is from Notre Dame.
David Griggs, the linebacker from San Diego, is the guy that had the coverage. He's number 92 there on the left side of your screen. He's going to come in, but he's just late to get to William Floyd, and then the tackle's not made. And hey, guess what? 3 possessions, 3 49er touchdowns.
3 extra points for Brian. William Floyd trying to go from a national championship at Florida State last year to a world title for the 49ers. His club is
fastest man in this game today.
And becoming the first man ever to appear in a World Series, and he played extremely well for Atlanta against Toronto a couple of years back in a Super Bowl. 3rd and 3 now after the timeout. And the Chargers blitz, but Young hits it off to Ricky Waters for the touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, the Chargers don't blitz much. They blitzed on the Jerry Rice touchdown at the very beginning of the game. They blitzed there. I mean, Steve Young with the perfect read.
I don't blame them for blitzing. We talked earlier, and Bill Arnsparger can't just sit back. That is just perfect execution. Ricky Waters is what they call the hot receiver. The linebacker blitzes to his side. The man who's supposed to cover him is clear back in the end zone. Griggs comes up, but Steve Young gets it past David Griggs, right to Ricky Waters. It's just perfectly executed by the 49ers. That is why they are the best team in football.
And maybe the best offensively that has ever been in football.
There are more than just a few coaches around the NFL that think this is the finest offensive machine that's ever been assembled.
Doug Bryan boots it through.
The ball. What a block by Wallace. Where's that extra shell on his helmet because of earlier concussive problems? What a fine block by Wallace.
2nd and 3, and Ricky Waters pops it back for the touchdown.
Steve Young raised his arm. He made the change at the line of scrimmage, read the defense, knew what he had to go to, knew the play he wanted, made the change, touchdown 49ers. They're awesome.
They are now playing against themselves in a way. They're playing against the greatest teams in San Francisco history. That's the only question right now.
Boy, and you watch number 8 direct his offense. You ask him the question, I said, what winning the Super Bowl mean to you? And he said, it would be the pinnacle. I feel like I've been climbing a mountain over the last few years. I'd slide back about 10 or 15 feet, and then sometimes I felt like I was going to fall off that mountain. He says, if I get to the top, I will have reached the pinnacle of my career.
Well, Bart Oates at center, Derek Deese at right guard, Jesse Sapalo at left guard, Wallace at left tackle, Bart at right tackle are kicking butt right now. They've got the Chargers on the run, and Junior and his guys are on their way out.
35-10. The 49ers 35 and the Chargers 10. And nighttime on the 11th of February.
4:30 and 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir. 10 49ers will be in the Pro Bowl next Sunday. It's 3rd and 13 to 50 after the timeout. Young throws. Jerry Rice. Touchdown.
What a pair. Jerry landed awkwardly in the end zone. He looked like he took a shot on the left side again when he went down.
From Sean Van Horst.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice just taking it downfield, planting and driving off the left foot. Steve Young drilling it in.
I think Steve Young walking around, there's a human exclamation point with that score that puts the 49ers into the 40s.
On their way to 49, because they'll have 42 in the second.
6 Super Bowl touchdown receptions for Rice. Is that correct, Bob?
Jerry Rice, the most ever. Yeah. Doug Bryan for the point after.
And 5 Lombardi trophies will belong to the 49ers, more than anybody else.
Steve Young is now 22 of 30 for 316 yards and 5 touchdown passes. Rice, 9 receptions.
And if you're wondering, 0 interceptions.
Steve Young on his way to a rating of about 300.
This move right behind, a little move behind another receiver, and again, Richard playing deep in the end zone. That's not a good way to get into the coverage.
You know, Jerry started to glide a little bit there when he went into the end zone. He actually started to slow down and took kind of an awkward shot. Right here, I think Jerry's just not going all out and lands a little bit awkwardly.
The 49ers, it's a familiar scene. A lot of celebrating going on the bench well before games have been over. All during the regular a season. And of course, you know, the stories you've read and heard so much through the years in the shadow of Joe Montana. Steve Young finally emerging now and on his way, tying a Super Bowl record set by Joe in Super Bowl 24. That was the game in New Orleans where they destroyed the Denver Broncos 55-10.
He eclipsed a couple of other Montana season records for the 49ers. He had 70.3 completions on the year. He had a rating of 112.8.
I'm glad that a touchdown. I'm glad Jerry
In tonight, many of them broadcasting in their own language, and it's like a tower battle almost up here as we walk along the press box with the foreign languages that are broadcasting games.
Rice making the catch, stretching and reaching, touchdown San Francisco. A clinic.
And I think Jerry is saying, don't hold me up yet. There he is. Good. I thought for a minute that he was a little banged up.
The slant,
And I believe
we've seen that.
that's the record for Steve Young. That's 5 touchdown passes in this game, breaking the record of Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. Wow. What do you say?
Look at the little move to the outside, so familiar. Breaking it back to the inside. Steve Young right there with the football. Dwayne Harper, the victim.
Oh, that's a beautiful look, guys. Beautiful look. Spiraling the ball down low. Harper has no play on it whatsoever. Rice, a big receiver. You know, it just doesn't... These guys make touchdown passes, and scoring at this pace just look, again, so routine and so ordinary. That's such a mark of brilliance.